Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Hublot Big Bang Unico Perpetual Calendar Sapphire. You can see and you can purchase this full sapphire case and bezel 50-piece limited series with chronograph and perpetual calendar on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this 50-piece limited series. Now I can say this, first and foremost, despite the size of the watch, and it is sizable, the combination of sapphire, which is actually quite light, titanium, which is exceptionally diffuse for a metal, and the silicone strap means that this oversized watch wears very comfortably on my 16 centimeter circumference oval wrist. Now the watch is big, 45 millimeters. It's the Big Bang Unico case profile, so that measurement is across the case but not inclusive of the winglets, crown, or chronograph pushers. It's thick, 16.8 millimeters, but this is not the kind of watch you wear because you need a slim dress watch for an intimate occasion at the opera or a wedding. But hell, if you're getting married, if you're getting hitched, if you're celebrating an occasion, I can't think of a better watch to wear outside of your cuff. From lug to lug, you might think at first glance it's overwhelming, but you can see it has a little bit of camber to it. It arcs around the wrist rather than flaring out, which is why the lug to lug dimension, which is a sizable 57.8 millimeters, is no constraint against a smaller wrist. I would say you could probably wear this watch on a wrist as small as 14.5 centimeters in circumference if your wrist is oval like mine and has a flattish top to plant the watch. Now, like I said, because the lugs are arced down, it's almost like a curved case in the way it wears. The strap is one of the most flexible that you will encounter. This is not Hublot's usual rubber. This is silicone, so it's gummier, it's softer, it's smoother against the skin, and it's easier to pull straight down if you want to arc it around a smaller wrist like mine. Of course, if you do want to swap it to a different Hublot strap, you have the now classic Hublot Unico push-button strap release system. It's very convenient to use, allows for close cleaning of the case, changing of the strap, changing of the look, and it works as simply as a car seat belt buckle. If you can use that, you can use this. Now it's nicely textured, it is substantial. This is a bigger, meatier, mightier silicone strap, so if you're used to Swatch watches that feature these, completely different animal here. Higher quality, much thicker, it's going to be longer wearing. You should get 2 to 3, maybe 4 years out of this if you wear it every day. Now the clasp is, like the watch, large but light in weight, all of titanium, beautifully finished, satin inside and out. It has twin triggers for extra security when closed. You have to push both to open it. You can see the Hublot H pattern inside, even this minor component, self-consciously designed. Hublot, the fashionista of the watch world. Titanium with a minderless system. It removes the need for minder loops such that any excess strap length is actually tucked underneath the body of the clasp. Now you can see the case is made up of 2 primary components. Inboard there is titanium to secure the movement, outboard sapphire. Now this is the same sapphire that you've grown to know and love over the dial of your watch. Effectively it's so hard it's a Mohs scale of 8. Can only be scratched routinely by diamonds. So if you're not one to routinely shatter or chip the crystal on your watch, you're not going to be one who's a candidate to really fracture this case. It's quite resistant to scratch scuffs, and the idea being as long as you don't land a killing blow with a truly hard knock against a solid piece of metal, brick, or rock, it's likely to look exactly like this 10, 15, 20 years down the line without a scratch or a marring mark. Now, one of the most enjoyable facets is not just the fact that it's very light on the wrist or the fact that it's wonderfully scratch resistant, but that you can see the caliber 1270 Unico with perpetual calendar from almost every aspect of the watch. What Omega started with the hour vision in 2007 has reached its logical conclusion with the all-transparent watch. But it's an easy watch to read. As you can see, the hands, which are slightly DLC coded, as are the indices placed upon the dial to allow greater contrast with the base, make this an easy watch to read, at least in terms of the time of day. Now you will have to focus a bit more intently to read the chronograph and the perpetual calendar indications, but if you're paying this much for a watch this spectacular, you're going to want to get close and personal with it. And there is a lot to see. It's beautifully executed. This isn't Geneva seal finishing, but nor is there anything rough or industrial. Everything is nicely executed with polish, graining, detailing, coating, and coloration, and the depth effect created here is quite pleasing. There's also a nice amount of balance to the dial in cruciform fashion, such that though large, it's nicely composed. You also note splashes of red and of blue, of silver and of white and of black. It's a joy to look down into the Unico caliber, and on the case back you can see the base caliber that is driving that chronograph and perpetual calendar tandem on the top. Now you can see right here a full balance bridge robustly braced against shock-induced timing deviation. It does feature a 70-hour power reserve when fully energized with highly efficient ceramic-borne skeletonized winding mass, so the ceramic rotors, high efficiency, low maintenance requirements, operating completely unlubricated, and though you can't see it, the escape wheel and pallet are both in silicon, also unlubricated and of very high efficiency. It's a handsome composition, front or back. I will say the one limitation on this perpetual calendar chronograph with its nearly indelible sapphire case is that it's not necessarily the most water resistant of the Unico family. With 30-meter water resistance, this one is a high and dry sports watch. You have all manner of Big Bang King divers if you truly want to take the plunge. For all other purposes, this is a special order fun watch. This is a special occasion watch. This is a watch for sensational moments and sensational memories. This is the kind of watch that people don't recognize from a branding perspective, but they'll ask you what it is, where it came from, what's an Hublot, and above all, where you got it and where they can get one. It's a watch that inspires an innocent sense of fun and curiosity, awe and wonder. And in the end, isn't that why we love watches? See it and own it on our website.